Introduction to Audio-Visual Aids and Merits and Issues of Educational Technology/ICT, Meaning of Audio-Visual Aids. Carter v. Good, Audio-Visual aids are those aids which help in completing the triangular process of learning, i.e., motivation, classification and stimulation. Edger-Dale, Audio-Visual aids are those devices by the use of which communication of ideas between persons and groups in various teaching and training situations is helped. These are also termed as multisensory materials. Burton, Audio-Visual aids are those sensory objects or images which initiate or stimulate and reinforce learning. 3. McNone and Roberts, Audio-Visual aids are supplementary devices by which the teacher, through the utilization of more than one sensory channels, keeps to clarify, establish and correlate concepts, interpretations and appreciations. S.P. Ahluwalia, Audio-Visual materials reinforce the spoken or the written words with concrete images and provide rich perceptual experiences which are basis of learning. These material make learning less non-verbalistic and reduce the boredom of mere verbalism. 4. Types of audio-visual aids. The audio-visual aids have been classified in a number of ways according to different approaches. Some are as 1. Technical approach. They have been classified into two types, viz., audio aids and visual aids. A. Audio aids. The aids involving the sense of hearing are called audio aids, e.g., radio, tape recorder, records player, podcast, audiobooks on internet, etc. B. Visual aids. Those aids which use sense of vision are called as visual aids, e.g., models, pictures, maps, bulletin board, slides, epidioscope, overhead projector, etc. 5. Second approach, classified into two types, viz., projected and non-projected teaching aids. A. Projected aids. Teaching aids which help in their projection on the screen are called as projected aids. For example, film strips, slides, film projector, overhead projector, epidioscope, etc. B. Non-projected aids. Teaching aids which do not help in their projection on the screen are called non-projected teaching aids. For example, chalkboard, charts, actual objects, models, taps, recorder, radio, etc. 6. Advantages of audio-visual aids. 1. Audio-visual aids helps in the maximum utilization of sense organs in the teaching, learning process. 2. They help us to make teaching, learning process more effective and interesting. The use of different audio-visual aids reduces the passiveness of the classroom interaction and makes it lively and interesting. 3. They help us to recognize and meet the individual requirements of the individuals. Some learn better through demonstration and some learn better through doing. So they recognize the individual differences of the learners. 4. They make the abstract ideas concrete and thus help in making learning more effective. It results into more clarity and better understanding. They help us to provide first-hand experiences to students. Thus these aids are good substitutes for the real objects as they make learning equally meaningful. 8. 6. It reduces the rate of verbalism by providing concrete materials in the form of charts, models, maps, etc. It clarifies the abstract concepts by the use of different aids and thus helps us to make things more clear and meaningful to the students. 7. They help us to economize the efforts of the teacher and the taught. In other words, they save much time and energy of teacher and taught because very difficult items can be easily taught through their use and a limited effort. 8. They help us to develop creative power of the individuals. By providing the different types of equipments, involves their all faculties in order to create the learners or develop something new. 9. They help us in overcoming the shortage of resources like shortage of good classroom teachers, shortage of current facilities available for teaching and learning. 10. They help us in transfer of learning or training and helps us to develop scientific attitude among the learners. 9. Merits of educational technology/ICT in education. 1. Educational technology/ICT supplements and makes dynamic the process of teaching. 2. Educational technology/ICT makes the teaching learning process scientific, objective and interesting. 3. Educational technology/ICT brings an appreciable change in the attitude of students and teachers. 4. Educational technology/ICT makes the classroom environment an innovative and dramatized. 5. Educational technology/ICT provides the opportunities for utilization of all kinds of aids and machines in process of teaching and learning. 10. 11. Continued. 6. Educational technology/ICT plays a pivotal role in training of teachers in field of micro-teaching, simulations, system approach and classroom interactions. 7. Educational technology/ICT helps in improving teaching learning process and makes it more purposive, effective and efficient. 8. Educational administrative problems can be solved scientifically with the help of system analysis. 9. Educational technology/ICT helps in understanding the structure and nature of teaching. Teaching models can be developed for achieving different objectives of education. 10. 11. Educational technology/ICT provides the scientific foundation to the teaching process. 12. Continued. 11. Educational technology/ICT provides innovative strategies to facilitate teachers to redress the individual problems in the classroom. 12. Educational technology/ICT helps in improving the teacher in using teaching methods in an interactive way. 13. Educational technology/ICT helps to engage students in exploring real-world issues using digital tools and resources. 14. Educational technology/ICT helps to promote conceptual understanding, thinking, planning, and creative process. 15. Educational technology/ICT helps to develop a model to engage the students of other cultures using global communication and collaboration tools. Issues in using education technology in Pakistan. 1. Curriculum is outdated that does not support use of educational technology. 2. The lack of adequate, ongoing professional development for teachers who are required to integrate new technologies into their classrooms yet who are unprepared or unable to understand new technologies. 3. Teacher training programs are insufficient and do not meet the requirements of present time. 4. Educational aids are costly and not available. 5. Lack of time and resources on the part of teacher. 13. 6. Stress remains on rote memory in spite of concept learning. Rigid lecture and test models of learning are failing to challenge students to experiment and engage in informal learning. 7. Resistance to technology comes in many forms, but one of the key resistance challenges identified in the report is comfort with the status quo. According to the researchers, teachers and school leaders often see technological experimentation as outside the scope of their job descriptions. 8. Incompetence of teacher in using educational technology. 9. Lack of research in the field of educational technology and teacher education. 14. Continued.